Hi guys, I'd like to thank you for attending this weight management mastery course. I'm sure you're going to get a lot out of it. Do me a favor, if you can, turn off your mobile phones, grab a pad, grab a pen, and we're going to get started shortly. Now, what I'm going to do as a special treat, if you stay till the end, I will send you a training guide which will teach you some basic fundamentals for our physical training program as well, to complement this weight mastery course. Okay, good stuff. Now, I'm presuming that you've been told the best way to lose weight is losing 2 pounds per week. You're gonna have to work really hard to lose the weight, and you're gonna might have to deprive yourself and be on a boring restrictive diet. So I'm here to basically just say, let's rethink this. That's the old narrative, and I'm here basically to talk about how to get in shape without having a boring diet, tough workout routine, and waiting forever to get your desired results. Now, my goal is to combat obesity. That's my goal. It's a pandemic at this moment in time. You can see on the news recently with the coronavirus going around, the government's trying to encourage people to lose weight because they can see that is also an added benefit in order for you to be fit and healthy to deal with possibility of contracting disease. But also I can say that having a desired healthy weight can go a long way to prevent other diseases as well. Okay, so so I said before, how many of you guys have been told you have to lose 2 pounds a week to get in shape, and if you do it any faster the weight will pile back on and more. How many of you guys have been told, losing weight is hard work and it takes hours and hours of vigorous exercise to, shift the pounds? Again, how many of you guys have been told, you have to starve yourself to get in shape? It's all false. And the people that are telling you this are either being misguided or seek to profit from you not having the tools to get in shape yourself and have the knowledge to keep it off. My goal is to empower people so as to create lasting change through supported self-development. I want you to be independent of the personal trainer, independent of the nutritionist, independent of individuals that you feel you need to depend on in order to shift the weight. I'm going to basically provide you with your own weight loss mastery system of doing things. Now, I needed to get a promise out of you, to be fair, because I'm going to be providing you with the knowledge to lose weight fast at a rapid rate. However, what I have noticed is once people armed with this knowledge will balloon up in weight because they know that they can easily get it back off. Now, my idea is to promote the idea of healthy living. I need you guys who are going to be doing this course, to be a beacon of light. So promise me, once you know how to easily manage your weight, don't abuse it, guys. Okay, and so promise me that. All right, so let's move on and let me show you how you can do this. Okay, so my disclaimer is this: by watching this webinar, you guys are not going to be losing 50 pounds in a month or putting your health at risk. What we will do is show you what the professionals aren't telling you to get in shape in a very quick amount of time and give you the tools needed to maintain that weight. We will go through how you can get in shape and stay in shape through developing systems that does not require a massive willpower to keep it up. Imagine having the skills to get in shape and stay in shape and not have to depend on anyone to do this in the future for you. So you're probably wondering, who am I and why should you even listen to me? Alright, so my name's Wayne Edwards. I'm the Chief Instructor for Disney Black Belt Academy. and I'm also the World Fight Martial Arts Council president. You know, we have 52 active countries participating in WFMC. I'm married, you know, I have 3 children. I can see on this picture there's only 2 of them here. This is our new addition to the family. This is Hayden, he's 3 years old. Okay. I'm a 6th-degree black belt, soon to be 7th. I'm a former world champion. I'm a martial arts hall of famer. I hold instructor certs in Kapap, DRCS, Krav Maga, Muay Thai, sport karate. You know, I'm a fully qualified security trainer as well. I'm a designer of my own systems, and the list is endless. I'm just constantly, you know, self-developing as I go along. Right. Now, yeah, another picture there. I've taught celebrities as well. You can see me here with, you know, Andrew Flintoff. I've done instructor training programs too. You know, right. So, as an ex-fighter and coach, I'm very accustomed to losing weight for competitions. You know, I got it to a fine art. You know, I ran weight loss programs at my academy, such as the 6-week challenge. Now, over the coronavirus pandemic period, I ended up, you know, putting on a lot of weight. You know, I got over 100 kilograms in weight. Because there's a picture of me on the picture of me far left corner of this slide. You know, I put over 100 kilograms of weight, and do you know what? I managed to get this off. So now in my studies of weight loss, I found a high degree of people would either go back up in weight once they toughed out a program, or never got into shape because they thought it was too hard to do so. You know, so what I did for myself is, when I hit this 100 kilograms of weight during the lockdown period, you know, I shed 28 pounds in 6 weeks. It's because I've got the knowledge to do so, and not everyone has that. Now, you see, in my industry, I look to train people to play the game, and provide them with a perfect place to train. So it's not within my industry not within my, what should I say? It's not within my interest to have students for life. That's not what I'm about. And I feel with the weight loss industry, I feel that it's within a personal trainer's interest to have you coming time and time again. With people with fad diets, it's within their interest to be providing the next fad diet after fad diet. No one seems to be providing a cure. They all seem to be treating the symptoms. But for me, coming from a background where I like to provide the training ground for people to come and train, as opposed to having just students for life, I'm approaching my philosophy with the weight loss game. I want to provide you with something that's going to be longer lasting. And if you see that a lifestyle of training with us is something that is suitable for you too, in order to manage your weight, then that's fantastic. So that's where I'm coming from anyway. I'm here to provide people with independence. I do not want followers. I create leaders. I create people who can stand on their own 2 feet. However, I will be there if you need me. Now, I've done a lot of things right and done a lot of things wrong. So my goal is to cut out all the wrong things and just focus on the right things, so you can be your own weight loss master. Example of the hard way. The reason most people do not have success is they've been told losing 2 pounds per week, you know, is a great thing to do. You know, they take a gamble on a training regime. You know, they do fad diets that leaves them craving for day to day to start eating, you know, the food they like, and then totally rebound after the diet is finished. Now, you have possibly you have a routine that requires willpower to get going, and the allure of just giving up is too appealing. you may end up depending on someone as a crutch to hold you up, like an instructor or some support group that merely treats your symptoms and does not give you a long-lasting change. For me, that's the hard way. Now let me tell you about my hard way, because I've done it the hard way as well. This is a picture of me 2008 World Championships in Cyprus. Now, running my own business, I must admit, I sometimes don't. I'm not the best for saving money. So I realised, at the age of 35 during this event, I was quite heavy, and I was fighting at 70 kilograms. I was supposed to be fighting at 70 kilograms at the World Championships, and I was floating around about maybe 87, 89 kilos at the time. So I got the professionals in. I thought, what does Lennox Lewis do? Who else was around that time? We had quite a few famous guys around that time fighting, so I was looking at what they did. So I got in the professionals. So I hired a personal trainer to get me in shape for the fight, alongside my own training, that is. So I trained 3 times a week with this guy at 40 pounds. I was paying 480 pounds a month. Then I got a nutrition company in, that did my meals, and that cost me 70 pounds a week for my meals. So I was paying 280 pounds a month. Then, as you do, I lost motivation, so I got a mindset coaching, and that cost me 40 pounds a session, at 1 session a week, which was 160 pounds a month for me to go and sit on someone else's couch, basically drill down into my childhood, talk about my sticking points, get me into a positive mind frame in order to stick with this training regime and this weight loss program. So that's what I did. It took me 6 months to get in shape. So it took me 6 months to get into a world-class fighting shape, and cost me £5,520. Young and stupid. Well, some people don't class 35 as young. At my age now, I class it as young. But it cost me £5,520 to get in shape over that 6-month period. And you know what? It was worth it. I learned a lot of lessons from it. A lot of lessons now that I can bring to bear for people today, and which I've used for my 6-month weight loss challenge as well. The good news is there is an easier way, and I'm going to show you in a very short space of time how to do this. Guys, so after doing this for a long time, I know the hard way, but today you guys get to cheat and get the easy way. So let me ask you guys, how many of you want to do it the easy way? Let me know. I thought you might say that. So 3 secrets. Number 1, secret 1, rapid weight loss. So I'm going to go through how to rapidly lose weight through nutrition and not starve yourself or make yourself miserable. They say an hungry man is an angry man. I'm going to do this to make sure that you're not starving yourself. Okay. Secret 2, purposeful training. I'm going to show you how to have a training program you find fun and fulfilling that will keep you motivated. And secret 3, habit training. I think this is the glue that sticks everything together. If you can't develop the good habits to keep you in the game, it's going to be very difficult. So I'm going to teach you how to develop the habit to get in shape and stay in shape. Okay, so today we're going to go through how to do this, and if you have, and I remember I said before, if you've got a padded piece of paper, and pen, please make some notes. All right, good. So secret 1, rapid weight loss. How to rapidly lose weight through nutrition and not starve yourself or make yourself miserable. Now, I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, and if you don't know Tony Robbins, I say go look him up. Now, one of his famous sayings is, if you want to achieve success, All you have to do is find a way to model those who have already succeeded. Okay, now so you know, I get people from time to time will tell me, you know what, I can research this myself, and you know, and get myself in shape, and I can do it myself. And I can say that's fine. You know, if you want to be that pioneer of doing something like that, you know, that's fine, good on you, you can do that, that's fine. But you know what I find, and I tell them this, you can always tell who is the pioneer in the room, because they're the person with the arrows in their back and lying face down in the dirt. Because to be a pioneer, it takes a lot of trial and effort. You try something, doesn't work. You try something again, doesn't work. So why not just model success? Find someone who's already done it, and you know, and copy them. It's like when I started my martial arts business 20 years ago. There was not many people who ran a martial arts business as their main income generator. You know, you'd have the plumber, the car mechanic, the builder, you know, all great professions, but they'd be teaching this on a part-time basis. Straight after the work, they'd be in a leisure centre doing a couple of hours twice a week, you know, running their clubs. And I thought, there's more to life for me, this is my passion. So I went off to the States, I went off to America, and I sought out guys who were actually doing this as a profession, and I modeled them. And for 20 years now, this has been it's been my life, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. But the way how I got there is I modeled success. So same with your weight loss. You know, yeah, I agree. You know, you can do your research, you can do this trial and error. In the next 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months, 6 months, a year, you've got something going, you've got something that works for you. How hard is that? All right. So if you work with me, I'll show you how you can do it in a shorter space of time. So, rapid weight loss system. So I would like you to think of your body as calories, and we're going to discuss what we refer to as calorie banking. So you require X amount of calories to maintain your body weight. All right, so each day you'll eat X amount of calories to stay the weight you are now. All right, however, if you go over the amount of calories you need to maintain your weight, you're going into what I call a calorie surplus. So that's when you start to put weight on, because you're operating at surplus. And if you're constantly eating at a surplus, your weight goes up, 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 up. Okay, until the food that you're regularly eating now becomes that benchmark. So that will become your starting balance now. Now, in order to go down in weight, you will need to operate at a calorie deficit. So you will need to eat less calories than you require to maintain your present weight to go down. Okay, now I refer to this as calorie banking. So again, you know, in the past you've probably been told that the safe way to lose weight is 2 pounds per week, and if you do any more than that, that's dangerous. So if you do any more than that, what's going to happen is you're just going to balloon back in weight. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you're losing weight slow, that is demotivating, totally demotivating. You know, people who lose weight faster can see the results quicker, and if you can see the results quicker, it is so motivating to keep carrying on. Okay, because you're seeing instant reward. You know, and that's that. You know, so you're creating a habit now because you're seeing that instant reward, as opposed to that. I honestly believe if you're losing 2 pounds a week, you're not going to notice that 2 pounds gone. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So rapid weight loss is definitely the way to go. And let's give you some science where that is concerned. In the research by a Dr. Roy Taylor, a professor of medicine and metabolism at Newcastle University, he was Europe's leading diabetes expert. Now his claim was, and it's not even a claim, his documented evidence proved that rapid weight loss cleans out fat out of your liver and reverses type 2 diabetes. You see, most people get type 2 diabetes through having too much fat around their belly. Unlike the fat around your bottom or thighs, the belly fat or visceral fat seeps into your liver and pancreas and stops them from communicating with each other. In time, that invasion of visceral fat will lead to type 2 diabetes. So your pancreas becomes ineffective. Now, I've got good news for you. Your pancreas can be revived, and the best way to do this is through rapid weight loss. And Dr. Taylor claims to do this, as I said before, you need to lose weight fast. That's how you drain out this fat out, from your liver and pancreas, and puts your type 2 diabetes into remission. Now you're probably going, yeah, but what about starvation mode? Right, starvation mode. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you that's a myth. It's a huge myth. Do you know what that is based off? Well, the fear of going into starvation mode, as I said, is one of those reasons so many people think diets, particularly rapid weight loss diets, don't work. This belief is based on the Minnesota starvation experiment, which was a study carried out during World War II in which slim, young volunteers lived in a low-calorie diet environment. They were having around about 1,500 calories a day, made up of largely turnips and potatoes. And after 6 months on this very low-protein diet, their body fat had fallen to less than 10%. Their metabolic rate crashed. But this was an extreme situation. A more recent experiment on the effects of short-term calorie restriction produced very different results. In this experiment, 11 healthy volunteers were asked to fast for 84 hours, just under 4 days. And the researchers found that the volunteers' metabolic rate went up while they were fasting. By day 3, it had risen on an average of 14%. Whichever way you look at losing weight, fast or slow, your metabolism will slow down, simply because you're now carrying less weight around. That's why it's so important as you lose weight to remain active. What you eat as you lose weight is also critically important. Now, going back to calorie banking. Because I started with that. So if you view your body as a number of calories, then you could view this as your starting bank balance. Okay, so 3,500 calories is equivalent to a pound. So like your bank balance, you will have figured out how much you need in your bank in order to cover your outgoings. Okay, now depending on your spending will determine whether you're operating your bank balance on a deficit or on a surplus. So the key is to find out your ideal weight. Once you've found out your ideal weight, your ideal bank balance, we work out the calories you need to maintain your weight depending on your age, height and present weight, and we devise a calorie deficit plan in order to get you onto that downward trajectory to your desired weight. Okay, so there's two ways to get you into a caloric deficit, and we want to focus on that. One is the calories you burn through activities. Two is the calories you can lose through nutrition. See, this is a big secret. You don't have to starve yourself to get into a calorie deficit, and you do not have to work yourself to the bone to get yourself in a calorie deficit. You know, we can work on a combination of both. You will find it very liberating to eat the things you love and not get guilty once you get to grips with calorie banking. But please use calorie banking responsibly, and you will and you know, as I said before, I want you to use it responsibly, and you will find that when we do this, there's various activities that you can do that isn't going to kill you, but it's going to provide you with the enjoyment to get yourself in a deficit, as well as having great foods as well. All right, so stay with us, and and I'll cover that in a bit more depth. Good stuff. Now we're going to go on to the second secret. Now that we've covered calorie banking and nutrition, obviously we're going to come back to that. Second secret is purposeful training. So again, you don't have to kill yourself, guys. You don't have to end up in a gym, running on a treadmill like a gerbil, doing meaningless, boring exercises. However, you might be asking yourself, what is purposeful training? Well, I'll tell you what motivates me. For me, I'm more motivated getting in shape, learning something, and developing skills that's mine to keep for life. Training on a treadmill like a gerbil for me isn't that fulfilling. Maybe if the treadmill's hooked up to the grid and I'm providing everyone with electricity, I can see a purpose behind it. But I can't see that as long lasting. I can't see that bringing me to the gym week in, week out. But if you put learning and developing a skill into the game, I find that gives me purpose. You're less likely to get bored learning something. Okay? If you can be provided with skills and fundamentals in order to play a game, you will find that a lot more fulfilling. That's why football for guys or girls never gets old, or basketball or netball, it never gets old, because once you've got the skills and you've got a group to play with, it's purposeful. Okay, it's a good social thing. Yeah, purposeful training. Again, we haven't got much time to go deep into purposeful training, but I hope you've got the gist on what I mean, and again, I will go into greater depth with it. Now, just to give you a case study of how purposeful training has helped people in the past, I'm going to use Reese, one of my students. I shouldn't say one of my students. I don't want students for life. I hate that. I want to give you the tools so that you can just play the game. So let's say Reese, one of our members. Reese lost over 8% body fat on our 6-week challenge. Now, Reese tried the Weight Watchers, the boot camps, the gym, you name it, he's done it. And you know what all these programs lacked for Reese? Purposeful practice. Reese took up the challenge, and while learning a skill, he was able to burn calories as part of creating a calorie deficit, while following a diet plan. And he had a skill that he could fall back on if he needed it. By taking up our martial arts program, he learned self-defense, sport, and had the ability to have 2 to 3 classes a week routine that gave him potentially a 900 calorie deficit, on each visit. And again, what kept him turning up week in, week out was he had a purpose, guys. He had a purpose. So let's talk about secret 3, habit training. How to develop the habit to get in shape and stay in shape. Right, habit training. So to have long-lasting change, we need to develop the habit to do what needs to be done. The problem is, a lot of people see habits or think of habits as a bad thing. Okay, but that's further than the truth, because what a habit basically is a routine or behavior that is repeated regularly and tends to occur subconsciously. So depending on how gratifying that habit is to start off with will determine how compelled you are to continue. So bad habits develop quite quickly because they're instantly gratifying, and most good habits take time to develop because the benefits happen over time. So that's why you find bad habits winning over good habits. And because good habits tend to be rewarding over a longer period of time, as I said before, people find it hard to develop them. So we can create good habits if we can develop a system where we're just making small incremental changes to our existing routines. Because again, your routines are already there. So how do we add to your routine so that you're now getting a desired result? So I'll give you an example of over the lockdown for me, trying to develop my calorie deficit through activity. One of the things I probably do is, when I'm going to the supermarket, rather than trying to park right up to the entrance so I can jump out of the car and jump into the supermarket, I park my car at the far end of the car park, which means I'm going to have to get out of my car, walk further. So that adds to my activity, which gives me more of a deficit. So it's a slight change to my activity, but I'm creating some sort of ability to burn into those calories which I'm trying to burn into on a day-to-day basis. And if we create an implementation plan for you, you'll be surprised how little small changes in your day-to-day habits can provide you with a calorie deficit without killing yourself. How hard is it to park at the other end of the car park in order to burn a few extra calories? It's not hard. How hard is it for you to possibly walk up the stairs as opposed to jumping on the escalator or into the elevator? It's little things like that. All right, so another thing that I would like you to think about when it comes to habits is most people set goals. They set weight loss goals. I'm here to tell you goals are overrated. Reason being, once you achieve a goal, you believe you've arrived. So I'm here to say, in creating good habits, rather than setting goals, you want to develop systems. If you can, the whole idea of a system is, a system gives you constant or consistent results, as opposed to a goal which is result orientated. So put it into terms of games. To win the game is a goal. To have a consistent process of becoming more successful at the game is longer living. Okay, so our aim for you is to create systems. Now there's a very good book called Atomic Habits, and it's written by a guy called James Clear, and I kind of stole his idea on this take about systems. He says, when you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. You can be satisfied anytime your system is running. Now, I've interpreted that in the same way of thinking about systems. If you fall in love with the process, the system, you will find that it's a lot easier to maintain your weight or develop a system of losing weight, because you've now systemized it as opposed to setting yourself goals all the time. Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. Oh, I want to lose 5 pounds. No. We provide you with a system of calorie burning, either through calorie restriction or through activity, or a combination of both. And once you've got that systemized, you know, you can easily master and maintain your weight. All right. Again, we will cover implementation plan soon. Right, so we've covered 3 secrets. Secret 1, rapid weight loss. How to rapidly lose weight through nutrition and starve yourself or make yourself miserable. 2, purposeful training. How to have a training program you find fun and fulfilling that will keep you motivated. And 3, habit training. How to develop the habit to get in shape and stay in shape. Now, I take it at this moment you're feeling like this. Yeah, I get it. It's a lot of information to take. You know, I'm so excited. You know, I talk so fast, you know, and I feel like I've thrown a lot of information at you, and there's a lot to still, you know, understand in order to, you know, carry out these 3 things that I had mentioned. So I want to ask you permission, if it's okay, if I can share with you this special package that I've put together to help you in order to master your weight management. Okay, if that's okay with you, I'll carry on. It won't take long, it's quite short. So, the weight management mastery. Now, we've got a 6-week on our weight loss management mastery program. We cover this over 6 weeks. You know, first of all, we cover a 6-week transformation training program, and it's aimed at training 3 times a week, where you'll burn from 750 to 900 calories per hour. We also provide you with a fast-track martial arts training program. So it's not just a case of turning up and training. You're going to be learning, and through learning, the byproduct of this is you're going to be burning calories. All right. And we're going to provide you with access to our fast track library. So we're going to provide you with an online library so that you've got a mental representation of what you're doing. So, you know, you might have the fear of looking awkward or, you know, looking silly. No. You're going to have a mental representation of what you're covering. You're going to understand the lingo. You're going to walk in there virtually an expert to start off with. Because as I said before, I'm not interested in having students for life. I want practitioners, I want learners, I want people that can play the game. So it's within my interest to get you up and running as fast as possible. So I can provide you with that safe haven, that social network, that place where you can just come in and play the game. So that's our 6-week transformation program as far as training is concerned. Fast track martial arts training, access to our online training, and you're going to be burning 750 to 900 calories per visit 3 times per week. Now, training, as I said, it adds to your calorie deficit, but there's more. Next, we'll provide you with a 6-week transformation nutrition plan. As again, we're not in the interest of you feeling starved. Okay, so you'll be very, very surprised at how much you can eat on this program. So we'll provide you with a meal plan designed to give you variety and feeling full as opposed to being starved. We'll provide you with the skills to work out calories so you can be adventurous and indulge in so-called fun foods if you want to, if you have to, if you really, really need to. And we will provide you with skills to rapidly lose weight and regenerate your body. Now, so that's what's going to happen on the nutrition plan. Oh, missed one. And also you will understand how to use the right combination of carbs, fats, proteins and veg to get you in the right shape. Now, it's all good and said me telling you, you know, what we're going to do. But let's talk about success stories. This is Greg. Greg lost over 25 pounds in 6 weeks with us. He lost so much weight that his friends were asking him, you know, if he had cancer, you know, because they saw him lose so much weight so quickly. All right, as you can see, this is Greg with his belly just here, and then you can see the after with Greg. You can see him holding up his, you know, his 6-week thing here, and it says he's lost 25 point something pounds. He lost, you know, over 6% body fat. So that's Greg. This is Gareth, one of our younger people on the program. He lost over 20 pounds in 6 weeks. All right, you can see the size of Gareth here when he started. Wow, looking at this again, it's amazing. And in 6 weeks, look at Gareth there to Gareth here. 28.27 pounds, 6.8% body fat. Amazing result with Gareth. And you've already met Reese. This is Reese. Lost over 8% body fat in 6 weeks. Need I say more about Reese? You can see a big difference in Reese. Alright. Another claim to fame with Reese. He'd probably hate me saying it. But another incentive for Reese was he's an actor in a Rocky Horror Show. Oh, he had a part in a Rocky Horror Show. And he wasn't fitting in his outfit. So he needed this. And yet he got down to the weight. 8% body fat in 6 weeks. Oh, this is LaShawn. Oh, LaShawn's one of my success stories. You know, she'd recently had a baby at the time. So after a 6-week, okay, you can go and train now, she decided to sign herself up on a 6-week program. So LaShawn lost 16.17 pounds, which it was 7.2% body fat for her. And this is what she said about the academy. I was on the 6-week program in which I lost 7.2% body fat and over a stone in weight. Wayne and Mandy are both so welcoming, it's like a little family. They are great motivators and their classes are kick-ass. I have learned so much and my fitness level has increased to the point where it is fun to run around my kids. This club has put me in a great place, both mentally and physically. Thank you so much for all your help, Didsworth BBA. Okay, brilliant. So that's the testimonials. So now that I've gone through the things that we cover, such as the transformation training, the transformation nutrition, you must be wondering, what else do I need, or what else do you need? Well, you need an implementation plan. That's what you need. So we're going to provide you with an implementation plan. Right, so the implementation plan or the habit development training, we're going to provide you with a plan. We're going to coach you on making small incremental changes to meet your goals. We're going to mentor you on creating systems to create long-lasting change. So that is the implementation plan. You're also probably wondering, what else do I need? You're going to need a mentor to hold you accountable. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to provide you with weight loss mentorship. Now what that includes is a phone consultation or in-person diet plan, personal assistance on your implementation plan. We're going to check in to make sure you're on track, priority support and more. On more as well, we're going to provide you with a Facebook group. On the Facebook group, everyone puts in their what meals they've had, shopping lists. We're going to be constantly providing you with little tweaks from day to day or week to week as we go along. Now that I've gone through all this, I need to ask you the question: if all this did was teach you how to manage your own weight like the professionals, would it be worth it? If all this did was help you to create a system that keeps you on track, would it be worth it? If all this did would teach you a system to train, which is yours to keep for life, so it's not a case of turning up at a commercial gym, jumping on the bike, jumping on the treadmill, doing this, doing that, but having skills that is yours for life, would it be worth it? Now if your answer is yes to that, Well, this is what I'm going to do for you. I want to, I want to book you guys in for a one-to-one chat or consultation to talk about how we can get you on to the 6-week challenge, because we've got one starting up very, very soonly. I presume we've got, if you're listening to this right now, we've got one starting next Monday. All right, so I don't want you to miss this. If you really want to do this, I need you to click the link associated with this video so we can book you in for a consultation and get you on to the next 6-week challenge. So what does having the ability to master your weight management worth to you? What is it? What does it mean to for you? Could it be reversing the effects of diabetes, reduce your risk of heart disease, be able to look good at all times in the clothes you want to wear, feel confident, feel younger? It all means different things to different people. So again, if you would like to jump on this program, don't miss out, guys. We can only take 15 people per program. We can only take 15. So I'd like to invite you to take up a free consultation to see how we can help to get you in shape and how you can stay in shape by just clicking the link below, associated with this video, and booking your free appointment. All right, so that's it, guys. I hope all this information was valuable to you. I look forward to seeing you. Take care and bye for now.